Hey, what's up? Happy Monday. It is Monday morning, and I just want to drop a little bit of motivation your way at the start of your week. Whether you have today off or not, who knows, but it's the start of a week, and I wanted to motivate you with this little thought. So there's a couple scriptures that I read this morning. I'm not trying to get all Bible-y, but I will for a minute because the Bible's the best guidebook on earth. But there's a verse in Hebrews chapter 3, verse 13. It says, we should encourage one another daily, as long as it's called today. So what the verse actually says is, encourage one another daily, as long as today is called today, so that none of you may be hardened by sin's deceitful nature, or by sin's deceitfulness. And what is sin's deceitfulness? We'll get into that in just a moment. There's another verse that's related to this. It's Hebrews chapter 10, verse 24, that says, let us consider how we may spur one another along to good deeds, towards love and good deeds. And let us not give up meeting together as some are in the habit of doing, but let us encourage one another. So that begs the question of, what is sin's deceitful nature? Well, it's very simple. Sin's deceitful nature is simply telling you that who you've always been is who you will always be. Sin's deceitful nature is simply telling you that your life's story will always be your life sentence, that you can never change and that you can never improve. And so many of us believe that. I believed that for a long time. And it is now my mission in life to help other people break free from that, because what you've done is simply what you've done. The choices you've made are simply that. They're in the past, and they highlight maybe issues we had in the past or decisions we made that weren't great, but we can learn from them, we can move on, and we can improve. And that's exactly what the purpose of this channel is, to motivate each other to be better every single day. Like those scriptures just said, we want to encourage one another and spur one another towards love and good deeds. I want to help you be better today than you were yesterday, and I want to help you be better tomorrow than you are today, because by doing that, I motivate myself to be better and better every day. So what's one thing that you are doing that's costing you everything? Well, it's very simple. Imagine, we all have bad experiences. We all have things that kind of bum us out or get us derailed a little bit. And we all have things that we want to complain about from time to time. I get it. Venting is a normal part of human nature. We need to release stress in some way, and a lot of times we find that stress release through venting or complaining about something. It's necessary part of human nature. I get it. But let me ask you this question. If you tell one person something negative about your job or your spouse or about yourself, you tell one person that you made a mistake and you beat yourself up over it. I tell yourself, I'm an idiot, I'm dumb because I did X, Y, or Z, or my wife, my whoever, your spouse, your significant other is such an idiot because X, Y, and Z. Or you say something along the lines of, I hate my job because of whatever. If you tell one person, that one person might be able to help you lighten your load. They can carry that burden with you for a little bit. And that's the beneficial part of venting and complaining. Lieutenant Colonel David Grossman has a very powerful phrase where he says, pain shared is pain divided, and joy shared is joy multiplied. If you tell somebody something negative, they can help you carry that burden. And that's definitely true in many ways. And that's why I say venting is at many times a very cathartic thing. It's something we need to do. But many of us take it too far. And we take it too far because the example I just gave, if you tell one person something, they hear it one time and you hear it one time. But if you tell 5 people the same thing, each of those people, each person hears it one time, but you hear it 5 times. You tell 5 different people the same thing one time, each person hears it once, you hear it 5 times. Now, same thing's true if you tell 10 different people. If you complain about the same thing to 10 different people, those people hear it one time, but you hear it 10 times. And the Bible also says that faith comes by hearing, but faith is also, it's a negative or a positive type of thing, right? Faith is having a positive belief in what's going to happen. Negativity, I mean, there's also, faith can be a negative type of thing too. If you expect something negative, your belief is for something negative. So if you say something negative 10 times, you hear it 10 times and you solidify that belief. Think about that for just a moment. But if you tell somebody something, if you tell one person something that's really good and beneficial, or a goal you have or something that you want to achieve that's positive, and you tell one person that one time, they hear it once, you hear it once. But if you tell that to 5 different people, you hear that positive message about yourself 5 times. You tell 10 people, you hear that positive message about yourself 10 times. How powerful is that? Just to think in terms of, your automatic mind or your subconscious mind, the behind the scenes autopilot of your life hears that message 10 times. How much more positive is your future going to be when you speak positively about yourself? Or how much more positive is your perspective going to be when you speak positively about your job or your spouse or whatever it is that you've been complaining about? So yeah, there's a time and a place to complain, especially if you are looking for help solving a problem or if you're working through a problem. But if you are just complaining for the sake of complaining, the only thing you are doing is dragging yourself down further and further each time you open your mouth. Now, I didn't think about this until I started recording this video, but this is a shirt that I designed that is perfect for this. It says, if you can't be kind, be quiet. It's based on an age-old phrase of, like, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. The same thing is true about what you say about yourself. If you can't be kind about the person or the thing that you're talking about, then just don't say anything. Because those negative thoughts compound. It's like interest at a bank or interest on a credit card bill. Every time you owe interest on a credit card bill and you don't pay it, that amount gets added back to the credit card, and then you owe more interest on that, and it just snowballs out of control. Well, negativity and positivity are exactly the same. So control your thoughts, control what you say, control how you say it, and how you view the world. If you change the input, I promise you, the output will change. If you aren't seeing the changes in your life that you want, take a look at the inputs and the foundation that you're setting for those beliefs. It's a lot of times, old computer nerd part of my brain. My mom was a computer programmer. I did computer programming back in the day in the late 90s and early 2000s. I'm getting back into it now, but the same, oddly enough, as much as computers have changed over the last 20 years, the same rule applies. Garbage in, garbage out. If you put negative thoughts in, you're going to get negative thoughts out. The thoughts that we have create the perspective through which we see the world. The thoughts that we have become the words that we speak. They become the perspective that we have. They become the actions that we do. And then our actions become habits. Our habits become a lifestyle. And our lifestyle becomes our destiny or our character. And now, destiny or character is this huge monumental thing that we can't change overnight. But we can change our thoughts overnight. We can change our perspective overnight. We can change the words that we speak overnight. It's not easy, and there will be times where we make mistakes, and that's okay. But that's why these verses talk about coming together and encouraging one another daily. And that's why I want to make these videos on at least a weekly basis to help encourage you and to help encourage myself. So that's my Motivational Monday message today. Encourage one another. Speak good things to other people, whether it's about that person or about you or about something in your life. Speak good things, and you will slowly begin to change your thoughts and your perspective. And like Stephen Covey's always said, if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at will change. So start today. Find an accountability partner today and speak good things about whatever it is that you're talking about, whatever it is you're setting your mind on. Speak positive things, and I promise you, you will start to see the changes in your life. You might not see the results overnight, but you can change the input overnight, and I promise you, the output will change. So I love you guys. I will see you in the next video. My goal, and I want you to hold me accountable to this, my goal is to create one video consistently every week, Monday mornings, so that you have some motivation to go into the week on Monday mornings, so you can tackle the week and just not just get through it, but conquer it and kick that week's butt. So I will see you guys in the next video. I love you. I will talk to you guys later.